One of the biggest lies of dog culture is that dogs will protect your property. That's what people say. And they fold this lie into many of the dog culture propaganda messages. Like this one here from Stony Dennis. He says that communists want to kill your dogs. And so let's look at a couple comments that illustrate. People say this all the time. For example, this person says they don't want dogs to warn someone when they're on their property. Or this person says they don't want us to have dogs because they protect our property. So they're trying to say that dogs are going to protect us from communism and that dogs protect our property. Let's look around the real world. First off, these type of property crimes are on the rise. Property crimes have been rising in recent years. So with dog ownership on the rise, with so many people owning several dogs, wouldn't then property crime be super low? And check out theft and larceny. Vehicle theft and larceny. Those are increasing too. That's when people take your stuff or relocate it. Put your wallet in their pocket, things like that. That's the definition of larceny. So the dogs aren't doing anything about that. Yeah. What else do we got here? What are we doing here? What are we looking at? Oh, here's the definition of larceny and theft. I'll put that there for you. So what about Texas? Texas has a high property crime rate. It's 15.9% higher than the national average. Well, guys, we need to get some more dogs in Texas. Oh, wait, what's this? Texas has a significant rate of dog ownership, 43% of households owning at least one dog. Well, then how come these dogs aren't protecting all these people's property? You know, it's ridiculous. These dogs live inside the house. They bark at everything that drives by the house. They bark at each other. They bark at the TV. If you make too much noise in some other room in the house, they'll bark at their own owners. They'll bark at each other. They're not protecting anything. What about this here? Read this one. Dogs can frequently wander onto other people's property, especially if they're not contained, leading to incidents where they attack chickens. So, having a neighborhood full of dogs, you're thinking that you're living in this safe neighborhood. And then you go get another dog or you get some hens. Guess what? Now the dogs are coming on your property, killing your chickens, killing your neighbor's chickens, or killing other people's dogs. Common thing. If you go on YouTube, they got all kinds of information about how do we prevent our chickens from getting mauled all the time because of our dog. How is having your chickens that provide you food protecting your property? It's not, you guys. And now let's go to the real issue here. Your children, your toddlers that are being attacked by dogs, where does it happen? Happens in their own homes. So shut your effing mouth, you bunch of brainwashed dog worshippers. By and large, our country allows these children to be killed in their own homes. And you can say, well, we got a little corgi dog, so that's not a problem. BS. That dog will trigger another dog that will hurt or kill somebody. Maybe not your dog, but the propaganda that you put out about your dog leads to this type of stuff. And look at another thing about this. Read this part. Homes of family and friends. You start reading up on these dog attacks. It's their home or the family and friends' home where the little kids are supposed to feel safe, and they get attacked by a dog, bitten in the face by a dog. 70,000, visits to the emergency room per year. Yeah, that's not protecting your property when right on your own property you're having your face chewed up by your parents' dog. Sorry, wrong. For example, dog attacks also happen in playgrounds. So, how is this making a safer environment? It's not making a safer environment. It's not protecting your property. It's not protecting our property. As an American, it's all our property in one way, shape, or form. And by and large, dogs make less safe situations. Let me go back to this channel one time. This guy right here, he has to admit what I'm saying because he did a video on the Catahoula dog that killed its owners. And that happened on the owner's property. And he tried to say, well, the owners were too old or whatever. BS. If a dog kills you, that's a problem. The problem isn't you're too old or too young. You get killed on your own property, that's not making your property safe. That I don't understand what like how stupid dog owners have to be to think that a dog is protecting their property. And it's not just like people coming onto your property, but the presence of dog owners and dogs means that property gets damaged. Property owners have to repair damages caused by dogs. This is common knowledge. People that rent houses or clean up after hoarding situations. They always have to clean up dog damage from the property. Piss and shit and holes dug in the yard, flooring that's ruined, furniture that's ruined, bedding that's ruined. Dogs are always chewing holes and stuff and ruining things. Here's another little thing. People that use dogs to hunt. Hunters often need to retrieve their dogs from private property. So you go out hunting with your dogs, chasing around a bobcat or a cougar, and oftentimes the dogs run onto other people's property. Then you have to enter their property, and then it becomes a dispute. It becomes a local scandal. So the presence of the dogs does not protect property when you constantly have to get on someone else's property because of your dog. And another thing, it's common for people to find dogs on their property. Just basically in general, stray dogs. You see this on the neighborhood pages on Facebook and the other internet forums all the time. I found a dog. I found a dog. Come get this dog. Or people will be asking everyone else, have you seen my dog? Have you seen my dog? And so dogs are constantly going on other people's property, digging holes in the fence, and then another person has to come to their property to get the dog. And also, people will enter other people's property with the excuse of looking for a dog and then do some type of theft or something. That's another thing that people do is they will show up at your house. It'll be like, I'm looking for my little fluffle duffle. Have you seen him? And then it's like, oh, you instantly get permission. You're instantly thought of as a good person if you say you're looking for a dog. But people use that to get on other people's property. So no. Sorry, guys. Dogs do not protect private property. Not at all. Take yourself a few moments to do some research. All of these news articles right here, you can see this happening in your local places. What do I do when a dog repeatedly goes on my property? Oh, there it is. There's your article. Yep. Dogs are constantly causing issues like this. Other people's property. Your property isn't safe because your toddlers are being killed. And then you're going to go make a video like this. Stony Dennis. 111K views. 290K subscribers. You're going to sit there and tell people to get dogs to fight communism. Really? I'd like to see Stony Dennis over there speak some truth to your subscribers. You got so many subscribers. Why don't you talk to them about this? Dogs are cause house fires because they screw around with toaster ovens. I got a few examples for you right here. The oven, they chew up lithium batteries, starting houses on fire because they got to have treats. Just like those bags that are on Stony Dennis's waist full of treats. Yeah, protect your property, huh? More like maul your toddler, start your freaking kitchen on fire, and chew up everything in your house that they can possibly get their mouth on.